Don't forget your lunch. Fellow KISS fans, welcome to It's All For You Demon, celebrating the fun of being a KISS fan. We are not in the Wax Night basement today. Today we are out and about discussing first impressions, and not first impressions by like the first impression you leave on someone when you meet them, more first impressions of the band KISS. And I think we all pretty much had the same thought when we discovered KISS, no matter when it was. When you first saw a picture of them, hi puppies. When you first saw, little beagle, when you first saw a picture of them in makeup, I think we all pretty much had the same thought, and that thought was, who is this? I want to know more about these superheroes. Because KISS, in their makeup, was more than just a rock band. They were comic book superheroes, and if you first saw them at a young age, an impressionable age, that was pretty spectacular and something that leaves a huge impression on your life. And that is what we want to focus on today, is that impression, that initial discovery of the band that never left you, that still to this day you can remember where you were the first time you ever saw the band. And one of the first times I ever saw the band was here, Hall School Elementary School, that is now Lofts. This was my grade school. From 1979 would have been preschool, all the way up through 1986, 6th grade. I went to school here, 2509 Duncan Street in St. Joseph, Missouri, Hall School. My elementary alma mater. And this school was the very first place I ever saw the KISS Lunchbox. 1980, Mrs. Harmson's first grade class, a girl had this lunchbox. Everyone would line their lunchboxes on the playground in a line, and I remember seeing this photo. These lightning bolt S's were stuck in my head, and I remember just staring at the wonderful orange, brown, and that logo, and just wondering, who in the heck are these guys? And I had no idea they were a rock and roll band, but I knew I wanted to know about them. It would be, oddly, it would only be 8 years later that I would get into the band. But 1980, right here at this school, was the very first time I ever laid eyes on the KISS Lunchbox. The KISS Lunchbox, of course, released 1977 by King-Seeley Thermos Company. And of course, it's got all the cool photos. Paul, the classic Barry Levine Cube session, Gene, and Peter on the bottom. I wasn't a KISS fan in 1980, but had I been a KISS fan in 1980 and had the KISS Lunchbox, this would have been my all-time favorite picture on this lunchbox. Ace Frehley looking totally badass. And of course, the thermos. Always have to keep your thermos, kids. Keep that strawberry milk cold. These lunchboxes were released mainly with a yellow handle. Variations of red and brown have popped up, and for years I always believed I had a yellow handle, mainly because my thermos lid is yellow, But lo and behold, when I got this down off the wall today to do this vlog, I have a red handle. Perhaps a brown and yellow handle rabbit hole should be explored. The KISS Lunchbox, 1977, and where I first saw it in 1980, Hall School Elementary. Now this lunchbox belonged to Michael Ross, and Michael Ross's mom did not pack a lunch for us. She only packed a shirt, and that's just to keep my thermos nice and cozy inside, so she don't get scratched. And this area back here was the playground. I don't want to, of course, go on property because I don't want to trespass. It is now a parking lot for the apartment lofts. But where we lined up our lunch boxes was right over there in that corner. Right over there. And that is where I first saw the KISS Lunchbox. 1980. Thank you for joining me on this little nostalgic wax of where I first saw the KISS Lunchbox and where the first impressions of KISS were ever formed on me as a first grader, 1980, Mrs. Harmson's class, on recess, on the playground. Let's celebrate the fun of being a KISS fan down in the comments. What was your first encounter with KISS? What was the first impression that the band ever made on you? What was it? Where was it? What did it leave you thinking? Let's celebrate the fun of being a KISS fan down in those comments. As always, be good to your animals. Spay, neuter, microchip. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you'd like to be a pen pal, details below. Let's celebrate the fun of being a KISS fan all the time. Thank you for hanging with me. Take care. Be safe. I will talk to you soon.